everyone. So I thought about something in my last video that I think it would be a nice tip for everyone. And this is something that is kind of hard to gauge and customize for everybody. So what I will do is give some general tips about product recalls, and specifically cosmetic recalls. And here's the FDA's website. I'm also going to link it in the description because I would like you to read it for yourself. And another thing I wanted to say is if you are buying on my ebooks and everything and you receive a refund, I always refund. I have many digital products that I sell as far as ebooks, but if you buy the main ebook, you do not need to buy product copy that converts or the vendor list because all of that is in the book. And I feel that's unfair to take your money for all three products when if you buy the ebook, there's no need, and you pay $25, there's no need to pay another $15 or $16 and another $7, I believe, $5, $8 the other book is. There's no need to pay multiple prices when you have it all in the ebook. So that's why you receive a refund. Someone brought about $60 worth of books or $55 worth of books or so, and I refunded them back basically half of that, I believe, or close to half of it. And so, like I said, I don't like taking people's. I want you to use your money to invest in your business. So that is why you will see a refund. So you still get all the products, but I'm basically giving you that money back because, like I said, you've already purchased the main book. And if you go through the main book, you'll see the exact same thing in the main book. And that's why I always push buying the main book, because you'll find so many things that the other smaller books give you. But I separated the books because some people may want some information like a vendor list. Other people may want this, so that's why they're separate. So that's the disclaimer. So you'll always get a refund if you purchase like stuff that I feel the same information is in the other books. But again, if you just want a vendor list, of course, just buy the vendor list. If you want to work on your product copy, of course, work on your product copy. But if you want everything, buy the main book, okay? So back to this. So when you're thinking about your recall strategy, you want to think of how, when, where, and why, and your method. So let's just use, for example, your company and you are selling eyeshadow. So you're selling eyeshadow. You found out that the person or the company you're sourcing your micas from for the colors of your eyeshadow had a breakout of some type of bacteria. So you buy your products, they send out a recall notice to you. You get that recall notice and you realize, oh my God, I use that product and this is my main product. At that point, you're going to follow the procedures that the company is telling you, but also you're going to go back and you're going to go and identify everyone that has purchased this product. You also should go back and find all the product that you have in your inventory, anything that's even in the mail currently. You want to do that. You also want to go and start finding a company, an alternative company. If you already don't have two, I always say have two alternatives. You're going to want to start doing that so you don't have to always be at the whim of this one company. And it's not to say that they're just damaged goods because they have a breakout in their company with a bacteria. But until you know for sure that's cleared up, you should look at alternative methods, and you should always have alternatives, okay? So that's just giving you an idea of how it works. You also should look at if they're going to provide you with any compensation, replacement, cover damages, losses, etc. So that's another point of why I say get business insurance, because you will be directly sued. And even though you didn't cause this, another company did, you can't bank on another company compensating you. They may say, well, we'll just give you an alternative product, but how is that going to pay for you having to go back and spend money on your own company, right? So that's why you want to go back and do that. Also, when you're having this list, is why I advocate do not sell through the DMs. Do not sell through Facebook messengers. Do not sell through text. People say, well, I'm just getting started. I got to do what I got to do. Don't do it. And here's why. When you have to go back and issue recall notices and procedures, go through your procedures and get tracking information, get real-time information, business addresses, correct addresses, you cannot do that through a text. And you can delete your Instagram. You can get locked out of your Instagram. You can lose your phone, what have you. Your information can be compromised, and that customer's information is not secure. For one of my business websites, I'd say in business expenses for one website and services alone, plus my actual business phone number, I'm probably spending about $60 a month. And I'm saying that because I want it, based on a business that I have to have my text messages, emails encrypted and secure, because I'm dealing with people's actual identity. So I cannot afford to put my people at risk, my customers, clients at risk. Okay. You don't have to do all of that, but Facebook is not secure, neither is Instagram, and if they're sending payment methods, their address, that's risk for a breach of security. And you never know who can take your phone, So this is why I say look forward into the broader reasons why you have to do things correctly, okay? Also, when you're doing this recall procedure, you're going to have to figure out, how are you going to pay these people back? Are you going to just make them a new product? Are you going to and when will you be able to make the new product? Are you just going to offer them their money back? Have you saved your money from your revenue? This is going into the overhead and cost of goods sold territory. How can you afford to make that product back? Because now when you give them their money, even if you give them a replacement product, you still have to pay for shipping. They should not be liable for any shipping. It's not fair. You also have to figure out how you're going to do, again, communicate to everyone that has had a transaction with that product to you. How are you going to contact? Because if you just put a post on Instagram, it's not enough. Everywhere you sold or everywhere you have a presence, you need to give a presence on all platforms. Now, when it comes to that is actually going into the Federal Trade Commission territory in truth in advertising and promotions. Because when they brought a product, they brought a safe product. You didn't advertise that they would have a product that would be faulty. So you always want to be fair, because you legally have to be fair. You can't just shut down your Instagram page and then come back a week later and say, hey, we have new products, when you know the new product is just a reformulation because you had a bacteria outbreak, okay? This also applies to your packaging. If you find out, like, for example, your eyeshadow cases don't close correctly, and then when stuff is being shipped, it's coming broken and all the shadows are cracking and crumbling and all that. The people deserve the right product. Unfair business practice, and it may not even be you, it may be USPS, but did you do your due diligence of bubble wrapping those shadows? Did you make sure you tested shipping in your product research phase? Did you test the shipping to make sure that they are secure in the bubble mailer? These are things that you have to do to save yourself. And sometimes people say, oh, well, I got insurance. Sometimes if the business, people don't want to give you money, even though you're paying for insurance, these insurance companies, they may realize you made the error because you didn't do due diligence, and they may not cover whatever your claim is you're trying to. So if you always make sure you're doing your steps, you'll be okay. And if you see recent recalls here, this is updated all the time. They tell you why. This is big companies, small companies, whatever, of why they had to do recalls, okay? And it just shows, like, how many products were sold, packages. It gives you all of that. They can come for smaller companies as well. And these are, like I said, I'll leave the link. But you should really go and read through this stuff. Take 30 minutes out of your day and just read through and see how it applies to you. because sometimes the recall may not be on the terms of another company affecting you. It may be you affecting yourself. You don't want to use preservatives in your products, but someone used your lip gloss and now their lips are inflamed and red and pussing all over the place because there was a contaminant. When they got tested at the hospital, a microbe was found, and the only other thing they used on their face was your lip gloss and some Dove soap to wash their face. We got to narrow it down to who, and they have to test the product if it's that severe, and these people have to write a claim to their insurance company and all this stuff, document. What are you gonna do? That's how we have to think. And it may sound scary, but this is just reality here. Okay, so be encouraged. Know that you can do things the right way, and be compliant. Look at this. Even EOS lip balm. Let's see what happened. What's happening to EOS lip balm? They have 126 reports. Okay, EOS. You know how big EOS is, but they even tell the variety of what's going on. And people will go to the FDA. People will report, and they may not get to you fast. Look at here, August 6, 2014 and June 12th. But they're going to get the report. So don't have to backtrack and scramble. Set the foundation first, okay? They don't know what caused the reactions in this example here, but the complaints were still filed. It says it here. And they want to know why reactions happen to them. So think about it like that. Let me get ready. Let me stay ready so I don't have to get ready, like people say, okay? Again, if you have questions, please feel free to message me, but have a question to where you at least did your part to research. Have a great day. Much success to everyone, and have an awesome weekend.